I'd like to show some functionality here of the Macchina 2 or M2. Got the Macchina M2 here. I'm running a special customized version of Gvret, as has been seen in other videos. But this one has additional capability on the LEDs, which I'm going to demonstrate here. So if I plug this in, see, it takes a minute, comes up blue. It's now ready. Come over here, start up SavvyCAN, which has already been configured to connect to the device. So that's all set. What I'm going to do is use fuzzing. Come over here, say we'll start at ID 45 and go to 450. And I'm going to send a random ID between 45 and 450 with 8 data bytes that are all random. So start fuzzing here. And then you can see on the board here, the green LED has lit up, showing that we have some CAN bus traffic. And down here, the transmit light, which is green, is flashing slowly to show that we have a few frames coming through. That's because at a 100 millisecond timeout, we're only getting about 10 frames per second. So that's not really very much CAN traffic. The LEDs here are green, yellow, 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 and red. That's in ascending CAN bus traffic. Green will light up if there's any traffic at all. Then the yellow lights light up as there's progressively more traffic, and red lights up when the traffic utilizes more than 80% of the bus, which is a number you should never be going over. So if you see red when you're connected to the CAN bus, that means that there is really too much traffic on that bus, and you're in danger of potentially losing frames because the traffic is so busy. So I'm going to continue to hone in on this while I increase the duration. Now I'm now at 62 milliseconds per sending. You can see the CAN bus load is still pretty low because I'm only 16 to 18 frames per second. But the light's flashing a little faster. So now I'll drop here. We're at 25 milliseconds per CAN bus message. So the flashing LED goes a little quicker. And we're still only in the green. I'm now up to 4 milliseconds per message, so it's averaging about 240 messages per second. The transmit light is flashing faster and faster now. Now I'm to 1 millisecond in between. It's really averaging about 880 to 890 messages per second. That shows that the first yellow LED is lit up. I'm going to go back to a timing of 2 milliseconds per message, but a burst rate of 2 messages every time. That brings me up to a little bit better than I could actually get with a 1 millisecond tick. So now I'm at 940 messages per second. We're flashing pretty fast. Go up to a burst rate of 3. It's now 1400 messages per second. Show this process over here. 2 millisecond intervals, 3 messages every burst, 1400 per second. That has got the bus utilization up to the 3rd LED. And now the LED is probably flashing so fast that on video you can't hardly tell. Go up to 4 messages per second, or per burst. And we're now up to 1800. 3 LEDs lit. Go up to 5 messages. We're up to about 2350. Which I'm at 500 kilobits for the speed. So the theoretical max on this at 8 bits or 8 bytes per message is really about somewhere around 4,600 messages. So we're still only at about 50% bus utilization, and that's not too bad. I'm going to go to 1 milliseconds on the interval. We are now at 4,370 messages per second. That seems to be practically saturating what it can do. And you can see that the bus utilization has gone all the way up to red because I'm probably at well over 90% utilization at this point. So if I drop my burst down, now I'm at 3,500 and now we're only up to 4 lit. So I'm going to pop this up here. You can see that as the bus load changes, I can show graphically the bus load. You can use this to determine if you're connected to a bus that actually has traffic and how much traffic there is. I'm not receiving any, but let me turn off transmitting. The blue LED that has stayed lit is actually the receive light. So if I were receiving traffic, that would be flashing. So blue and green on this are the receive and transmit. As they flash, you can see how much traffic you have. And then the 5 LEDs up here are bus load. Thanks for watching.